everybody. Happy Friday. We are here with Nicole, chef and owner of The Plated Dish. Now, Nicole, this place is so, I feel like I'm not in San Angelo anymore.
Thanks.
The energy, the brightness, the colors.
That's what I was going for.
What is The Plated Dish?
So the concept behind The Plated Dish was just sort of my vision of having a space that I could cook and be creative and host people in. It really started out as me just needing a space, like a catering kitchen, really, to do off-site caterings, which I was doing a lot of for friends and family. And so that kind of took off, and I was like, oh, I need a commercial kitchen. And this space came available, and it was just sort of a blessing in that I was able to kind of combine all the things I love and not just cater off-site, but cater here. And this is a space that I was hoping to make beautiful and inviting. And so people have come here to do all kinds of events. We've had girls, just birthday parties, we've had bridal showers, baby showers, all kinds of things.
Oh my gosh,
how we've pretty much done it or planning to do it.
How did you get started in the food industry?
So I started at 14, back when you could actually work that young. We had a small little burger joint outside of our neighborhood in Houston. I started waiting tables and went to front of house management like within a few years. I just always loved people and hosting and getting to visit and talk and serve people. And then I just sort of stuck with that through school. I worked in restaurants and kind of bounced around. And then it wasn't really until I had gone off to college to do the traditional thing that I worked for a sweet couple that owned a little antique, well actually it was in this giant antique mall in San Marcos that had a little tea room in the back. And she made everything from scratch. Like pies every morning, chicken was boiled and shredded from chicken salad, soups were made from scratch, and it just sort of like opened up this whole world of like, wait, I think I love this. Serving people in a different way, that it's love and it's poured into and it's, you know, from scratch and homemade instead of like out of a fryer or scooped out of a box or frozen. And so I decided on a whim I wanted to move back to Houston and go to culinary school.
Oh my
so
gosh.
I went to the Art Institute, and then luckily, right place, right time, I met somebody and was able to apply and got the assistant pastry chef position at what was Cafe Annie at the time. Top 25 Gourmet Magazine.
Wow.
Chef Robert Del Grande, who's known for Southwestern cuisine. It was kind of was a staple. So then I got to sort of learn 5-star dining from like the cream of the crop while I was in school.
Oh my gosh.
And then I went on to do catering in Houston. So we were doing everything from private backyard home parties in West U to U of H athletic brunch. And I tried to get out of it many times, and it just kept, there was just this draw that kept bringing me back to service and people. And that's why I made it The Plated Dish, was because I feel like the plating of the dish has to look just as pretty as it tastes. And we eat with our eyes first.
Yes.
And so to me, the half of it is the pouring into it and the creating and the vision of it and the making of it. And then it's the getting it to make it look beautiful and presentable.
I love that.
And so that's how I came up with it.
I love that. And so this concept, I mean, you can come in here, so catering, you do, and then also you can come and book any kind of party that you cater at this location, right?
And we do everything from cocktails and appetizers to buffet style to 4 to 6 course plated meals.
Oh my gosh, how fun.
And then I also do my pop-up, so that's the big thing. I do my pop-up supper club.
Okay.
So that happens once a month, and it's random, and I'll usually post about that on social. And then for those that don't do social, I have a website, which is just theplateddish.com, and you can sign up for the email. I'll have one in January. I'm going to do 2 in February for Valentine's Day, because it falls on a Tuesday, and that way I'll do one on the weekend for people who don't do during the week. And then I know some are like hardcore on Valentine's Day. So I'm going to do 2 there. I'm thinking about a St. Patty's Day fun menu. I've kind of played around with that. And then March's lunch as we move into spring. So the menus are always different.
Very
It's
cool.
preset, 4 to 6 courses, just kind of depends on what I can get my hands on.
How awesome. Awesome.
BYOB, and it's a set price, set menu. So as soon as those get posted, it's first come, first serve, and you call or text or whatever, and I'll get you down.
Not only do you have the space and the food, but you have items you can purchase too.
So I do have a little retail shop. Yes, it's consumable goods, fun things for the pantry to cook with. A lot of which I try to use in the store. So when I make dishes for meals, and I've got a lot of people will shop when they come through for that, or when they have parties. And then I do the wine dinners within Vino next door. We do those.
Okay.
It's a little partner, and we've done a ton of those, and those are always very popular.
Yeah.
Sell out. But I started doing pop-up lunches just sort of as a trial run, and they were so popular. So I'm definitely going to keep doing those.
So follow on social.
Yes.
I need to get in on
So I'll do pop-up lunches where I have people who can come and shop there. I do some grab-and-go fun stuff, salads, soups.
Yeah.
I have some cobblers, desserts, and then I do pastries as well.
If there is one cooking tip that you would give people.
I think the first thing that comes to mind is to just have fun and you don't be intimidated. Baking is a little different, yes, because it's chemistry, so you've got to just measure and follow the recipe. But one of the first things I learned in culinary school that I don't know, it was like a light bulb went off. That a recipe is just a guideline when you're cooking savory.
Yeah.
I just encourage people to get in the kitchen and play with your food. Unlike our parents always said, don't play with your food. Play with your food, get in the kitchen, don't feel intimidated. It's just a guideline.
I love that because sometimes you look at a recipe and you're like, oh, it's got onions in it. Like, I don't want to make it. But it sounds so good. So knowing like, oh, just don't put onions in it. I never thought of that before.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, of course.
Either omit it or maybe try it or maybe just don't go as heavy on it.
Yeah.
So you've got wiggle room to play. And so just encourage people to just get in and play with it and don't feel
So fun.
intimidated.
Great. Well, thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thanks so
Stop
much
in.
for having me.